What's up, everybody? This is Murdic 3K, and today we are getting into a accessory for the AR-15. I don't know if I'm going to throw this on the 300 Blackout or the 5.56 rifle I have. I don't know. This is from Feyachi. It's a laser, and here it says laser scope. Has a little gold foil type of print on here, a Feyachi sticker, and a little green dot indicating it is a green laser. Came with this black rubber band around the box. And that's the packaging. Let's get right into it. Got it on Amazon. I will leave the link for that in the description below. All right, so here we go. The first thing we see are some instructions, and I'm looking at them, and I'm trying to make sense of it. And it looks like it's generic instructions for various products they may have. I'm assuming just from the item numbers that I see here. I could be 100% wrong. Gives you some mounting variations that you can do with this thing, and a battery recharger of sorts. Okay. Has some instructions here far as sighting the laser in. It's metric standard, which is in Celsius and degree as far as temperature, because I think green lasers do have a variety, are temperature sensitive. All right, battery types, blah blah blah. The instructions are horrible. I'm reading over them, and it's you can tell the instructions are they tried, but it's somebody that's not grasping the English language very strongly. But they tried, so we'll have to figure this out. So what I have here is, it's dark, so excuse, we'll pull everything out and you can see it better. So what I have here, it looks like some hook and loop tape, aka Velcro. Has an Allen wrench here, and that's the hook and loop tape is for what you want to use to mount your pressure switch if you so choose. Put that aside. This is the mount for the laser if you want to put it squarely on the Picatinny rail. The pressure switch adapter here if you want to put this on top of an existing scope. Here's the attachment with that, and the attachment also has additional Picatinny sections, rail sections for attaching other stuff if you so choose. And here's the laser. It's covered with a little green piece of tape, and that's good so you won't blind yourself accidentally. And there is a little battery in here. Let's see, I believe this is indeed a rechargeable battery. Some kits come with rechargeable batteries from what I was reading in the Amazon description. Some don't. It just depends on the seller. Because so that what I'm assuming, guys, again, like I was saying, I think it's I think this is a product that you can get probably in bulk in China, and you just put your branding on it. And one of the things I was reading on Amazon was, depending on the seller of this product, you might get a CR whatever battery equivalent that goes in non-rechargeable, or they'll include a rechargeable battery. Feyachi included a rechargeable battery. Unfortunately, they did not include a charger, but no worries, I actually happen to have a charger anyway, so there we go with that. So let me get familiar with this. We're going to cut away and had an opportunity to monkey about with it. So here's what I've learned. This is the power switch off and on if you do not want to use the pressure switch. Here is your windage and elevation knob thingy here. This one is, it says up, so that would be your elevation, and this one is your windage, left and right. And you do need, you can't do this with a screwdriver or a coin. You actually need the included Allen wrench to turn this. So there you go. You want to keep that with you. If you're going to the range to sight in, you want to keep that with you. All right, you want to keep this part as tight as possible. It does unscrew, but you want to keep it nice and snug. Now this is the battery compartment, and Let's unscrew it. Not only is this the battery compartment, this is also how you switch from the regular on the device switch to the pressure switch. Let's monkey around with the pressure switch. Let's mess around with it. So let's see here. I'm gonna put this on in here. Okay, so what you do, you just pull it to. Nothing keeps it in place. You do just the pressure of applying it to the laser device itself keeps it in place. So we're gonna drop this in. The instructions weren't clear. It just said something. Which way to put the battery. There was no diagram, but I'm assuming since this is the spring, I'm gonna put it in this way, with the positive side facing upward. Make sure that's nice and square, and screw that in. It does have a rubber ring, O-ring, for water resistance. I would not call this waterproof. One of the things that did mention in the instructions is keep it away from dust and water. So even though it has an O-ring, I would not consider this waterproof. Let me put my windage and elevation caps back on. All right, so we got that. Let's see if this thing works. So with the pressure switch, oh yeah, okay, cool. So the bottom part of the pressure switch, you just put the pressure on to activate it. And I still have the sticker on, so it won't give us a full blast. I won't shoot myself in the eye, like so. And when I take the pressure off, it comes off. And then at the top of the pressure switch, it's a click. Stays on, click it, comes off. So that's neat. The pressure switch itself, it feels like, usually you want something like this maybe in either a softer rubber or a silicone. This feels like a kind of harder rubber, or even a harder plastic, and it does give, but it gives the impression that over time this will crack. So that's something. It would have been neat if it was a silicone, maybe, or maybe I don't know. It might hold up fine. I don't know. It gives me the impression over time this will probably crack somewhere, but I could be 100% wrong. Time will tell. Pretty neat. Pressure switch works. I don't know which way I'm going to go with this. Pressure switches are great. It just depends on where I mount it on the rifle too. So sometimes that cord can get in the way. You secure that cord the best you can, but we'll see. We'll just see how I feel. You know, a lot of people are like, you should do X, Y, Z. One of the things about the gun community, I love you guys to death, but goodness gracious, some of you guys love to tell people how to roll with their rollout. You know, they love critiquing people. But hey, you do you. You do what makes you happy. It's your rifle. As long as you're safe and responsible, you do you. All right, so right now I'm going to put this pressure switch. I'm going to take the pressure switch off and put the little clicker back on. That's how we're going to roll with it right now. All right. Okay. So let's take the sticker off. Get it on the camera where I'll take it off. I want to check out that aperture, see what it's looking like. Because these are all important things. You want to be careful because it does have a tacky sticker and it's very gooey. You want to always make sure, the thing about laser optics, you want to make sure your aperture is always clean. And it is. It looks very clean. Again, with lasers, don't point them at your dogs, cats, or in the air. Be safe. You can really hurt yourself with these things if you're not careful. All right. Very bright. Let me get my piece of paper, because black will sometimes just absorb the green. You can still see the dot, but it's so bright on the paper. I don't know if it's overpowering the camera where it's not picking up, but it's very bright. So you have your Picatinny rail adapter and you have the laser. That's the way we're going to roll with it. I'm not going to attach this onto a red dot or anything like that, but I will keep it by. I might one day get a bigger scope where it might be beneficial to do. But for right now, this is how we're going to roll with it. So I'm going to take the laser. I'm going to insert it into the Picatinny rail adapter, and it looks like I will tighten down the middle one first to secure the laser in the holder here, and then when I'm ready to put this on my Picatinny rail, I'm going to use the left and the far left and the far right Allen screws to tighten it down. I'm not going to use Loctite on this right now because I might want to move it. I want to see how it does without Loctite. I want to see how, if I have to retighten it after a few rounds, and there it is. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to cut away, and we'll go back to the garage. Back from the garage, I'm able to get this thing on no problems at all. Fits on wonderfully. Again, I didn't use any Loctite on this, and I'm going to tell you guys, if you saw my first video that I did regarding a Feyachi product, I used Loctite. It was a red dot, actually. I used Loctite on one of the on the screws to when I put the mount on, or the sight on, and when I was switching it out, that screw stripped. I mean, it basically turned to tin foil. So I am not in a big hurry to put Loctite on these screws. I'm going to make sure I replace them when I get a chance to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get some quality steel screws to replace these, because again, the experience I had with those Feyachi screws on that site with the Loctite, it was nightmarish. I had to basically cut into the screws deep down in there and really do some work to get that thing out. So I don't want to go through that again. Well, I put them on fairly snug this time, and we'll see how well it holds up. I am reluctant to go out and shoot this right now because I only have 2 boxes of 300 blackout left, and 300 blackout is hard to find here in the Nashville area. If you guys know where I can get some, let me know, because I'm down to 2 boxes, and I need some. I have plenty of 5.56 rounds, and so I might just put this on the 5.56 rifle and give it through its paces and let you guys know how it comes out. But I can tell you this: it works out of the box, and that's more than I can say for the Phylon. I had a Phylon Light that I got. It didn't even power up out of the box, and very disappointed with that. But this one, it works right now. The test will be how it handles several rounds, and so that'll be that. Guys, thank you for watching. Leave your questions and comments in the section, the appropriate section below, and yeah, that's it. Love each other, be kind, and have a great day.